Hey guys, I want to go ahead and talk about exponent rules. I know sometimes it can get confusing, so I just want to go ahead and do a couple of these, make sure we understand what we're doing. Uh, the first thing is, you know that everything inside my parentheses, okay, I have to go ahead and raise it or write it however many times you see it here. So be careful because this guy, I have to do it 4 times. 3x squared, 3x squared, 3x squared, and then one more time. Now after you have this, okay, now you can just think out loud. You have 2x's here, 2 here, another 2, another 2. Well, that's going to be a total of 8. And if you notice here, all we have to do is multiply these numbers right here, these exponents, and that's going to give me x to the power of 8. Where students forget is this part right here. They think 3 times 4 is 12 or something else. But what you have to do is you have to rewrite the 3 4 times. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And if you do that correctly, you should get 81. And that's your answer. Now be careful. This 8 does not affect the 81. It only affects the base, which is the x. So this is your final answer. Okay, guys? For number 2, okay, same thing here. You have 5x's here. You have another 2 here. Well, that's going to give me a total of 7. Okay, and what about these guys here, these coefficients? Okay, just like it says here, we're going to multiply. So we're going to take the 3, multiply it with the 4, and we're going to get 12. Alright, now be careful. A lot of students think, oh, 3 plus 4 because we added these two. Or the other mistake is they multiply and then they multiply 5 times 2 and they put 10. And that's incorrect. Just think out loud. How many x's do you have here? Well, 5. How many do you have here? 2. Well, what's the total? 7. Number 3. Okay, right here, guys. Now these big numbers here, these coefficients, all we have to do is divide. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And that's pretty simple. Now when you're subtracting these, okay, just make sure you go from top to bottom. You have 7 m's on the top, but you got 1 on the bottom. So one of them is going to be simplified. One's going to cancel out. It's the same thing as if you were doing 3 divided by 3. Well, what's that? Well, that's 1. Well, instead of 3, we have the letter m. M divided by m, well, that's still 1. Okay, so that's the same idea here. So we have 7 on the top and 1 on the bottom. You have that invisible 1 right there. So 7 take away 1 is 6. Okay, and over here we still keep the same order. We go from top to bottom. Now 2 take away 5 is not 3, it's negative. Okay, it's negative 3. Alright, lastly, okay, we have this guy here. It's kind of a little bit of a challenge question, but notice here we have this guy inside our parentheses raised to the 2nd power. We're going to multiply these exponents right here, so we get x to the 4th power, and then 3, I'm going to write it 2 times, so this guy becomes 3 squared, or 3 times 3, and then we have 4x to the 5th. I'm just going to rewrite that. So now it becomes 4 plus 5. We're going to add those, and we're going to get x to the power of 9. 9 times 4 is 36. And this is your final answer. Excuse me, guys. Okay. One last thing, guys, before I go. Alright, just make sure when you're doing this, the division and you're subtracting, let's say you have m over 7 divided by m negative 2. Now there's 2 ways to deal with negative exponents. One, you remember that negative exponents, you do the reciprocal. So this guy goes to the top. So we're going to end up with m squared times m to the 7th. Well, that's going to give me m to the 9th power. The other way you can do it or think about it is you can still subtract, but remember it's 7 minus whatever this value is, which becomes a negative 2. Okay, now this negative times negative becomes a positive. 7 plus 2 gives you that exponent of 9. Alright, so I just wanted to touch on that. Hopefully that helped. Shoot me an email, and I'll keep making videos, guys.